How's it going, guys? This is John from IT. I'm going to be going over the Lasell Orientation Technology portion of your orientation here, so hope you enjoy it. Alright, so the first thing we're going to be going over is the Lasell portal. Lasell is basically a portal where you can get pretty much everything you want on campus, any information, things like that. Some stuff we're going to be highlighting today is student email, Moodle, self-service, password management, web print, and text alerts. So once you go to my.lasell.edu, you're going to log in, and this is what you're going to be prompted here as your home page. As you can see, there's a bunch of stuff on here. There's icons up top that have, directory, library, or email, and below that you have some orange tabs that contain Moodle, self-service, my housing, graduate programs, and you can pay stuff online as well. So what we're going to go over first is going to be the student email. So as you can see, I've highlighted for you on this page. Go ahead and click that. Alright, so once you click that, you're going to be brought to the login page here for your email. And it's going to be run through Microsoft Outlook. It's an Exchange email, so it's just a standard email. And as you can see, I've typed in my Windows Live ID and my password, which is what everyone's going to have. And go ahead and you can check off the box to keep me signed in, just so you don't have to keep on signing in every time. And go ahead and hit the sign in button. As you can see, I'm prompted with the home page here for my email. What I would suggest is if you have any emails like Hotmail, a Gmail, or Yahoo account, I would have those messages forwarded to this one. During my 4 years here at Lasell, I had all those messages forward to this email because I used it all the time. I used it every day to check, class updates, school updates. A lot of people just got used to emailing me here, so I found it easy just to forward them all to here, so I could just have it in one centralized location. But we do not only offer just the email service, we also offer a SkyDrive service. I'm going to show you how to access that here. So what you're going to do is you're going to go up and click onto the Office button, and you're going to scroll on down to Your Documents. This is going to send you right to the SkyDrive once you select it. So once you select that, as you can see, you're going to be prompted with this. You're going to have two folders. One folder is going to be Documents, and that's where you can add your files, and then that's just going to be viewed by yourself. And then there's going to be a public file that's going to be viewed by everyone else. And what the SkyDrive is, if anyone's just curious, is a backup system. Just imagine an imaginary cloud above us where you can back up all your files. And if you want to, if you have a 25-page paper and you don't want to just back it up to your computer, you can also throw it to the SkyDrive, which I definitely recommend. Computers, flash drives, and other saving devices sometimes go bad, and you don't want to just, leave all that stuff on there and then have it all crap out on you. You want to have it backed up in a location where it's secure, and this is the location here that's pretty secure here. And what you're going to do is you're going to take all Office documents. If you can go ahead and hit Add Files, and that's going to add it up to your whatever folder you prefer. And you're going to have 5 gigabytes of space if you don't use it quite often, but you're going to have 20 if you do use it quite often. So it's a pretty substantial amount of space. Just if you want to back up some important stuff. So go ahead and close out of that. You're going to go right back to the Lasell homepage. And the first tab we're going to click on is the Moodle tab. As you can see right there, it's highlighted for you. And you're going to be prompted with this login screen. It's the same kind of login and password we've been using. It's going to be jclipper at without the lasell.edu, and then your password. And go ahead and log in. And once you hit login here, you're going to be brought to the home page. Under Campus Community is where your summer readings can be located. As you can see, mine's not because I'm not a student here anymore. But under Campus Community, that's where your summer reading is going to be. So once you go ahead and click on that, you're going to be prompted with a video that you're supposed to watch, and then go ahead and reply, click on that. But that's where it's located, under Moodle. And Moodle is also used during the classroom periods. A lot of teachers upload grades, also classroom materials, presentations, other documents that, like a syllabus or something, that students might want to have. And you can go ahead and locate that and all your classrooms are going to be posted up here, so you can kind of connect with the teacher that way. So go ahead and close out of that. As you can see, we're going to go to the next tab, self-service, right next to Moodle. So go ahead and click on that. And once I click on that, I'm going to be logging in again. My username without lasell.edu, and then your password. And go ahead and hit login. So as you can see, there's a bunch of tabs up here. Self-service is for registering courses, finances, and grades. Basically, it's pretty much the most important stuff while you're here at Lasell. Just a lot of important details here. But I'm going to show you guys how to register or find some courses. while you're here at Lasell. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. I'm going to hit home, and then as you can see, I'm going to hit find courses, which is underlined there under the students tab there. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. Once I click on that, it's going to bring me to the search section of the page. So there's a few options where you can search. You can search basic or advanced. I would suggest just doing the basic one. It's pretty simple. As you can see, there's 4 sections where you can search. Keywords is basically a Google search. So any word you type in there that connects to a class. So if you were searching, you want to find consumer behavior, which is a specific business class, you could put consumer if you don't know the full name, and then it'll bring up anything that came up with consumer. So this is an easy way to find a broad range of classes. To find a specific class, I would suggest using the course code, and that's going to be a code that's assigned to any class. So that's the course and then the level it is. So Business 101 is the 101 course for business here at Lasell. You can also search by semester, so I would just definitely suggest searching 2012 fall because that's what you're going to be enrolling in. And the session is main, which means just the whole semester. So once I type all this information, I'm going to hit search. And once I hit search, I'm going to be prompted with a bunch of courses here that all came up from my result. As you can see on the left, you're going to have a green book and also a red book. The green book means it's open, the red book means it's closed. You're going to have the course name, the date, the session, the credits, and then the schedule. The schedule is very important because you want to make sure you arrange your schedule properly. You don't want to be in 2 different courses that are in the same time, so you can't be there, both of them at the same time. So you want to make sure you double check that, as well as the instructor. If you have a specific instructor moving forward in your years here at Lasell, by all means go ahead and do that, but this will give you an instructor list as well. And then the available seats. As you can see at the top, there's 8 out of 20 seats, 10 out of 20, so there's definitely some space left in those ones. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click the second one there, which is 10 out of 20, which is highlighted. So once I click that, I'll be prompted with a View Cart button, and when you select the course, this is what you should do, is just go ahead and click the View Cart. And this is your shopping cart essentially for all courses. Imagine if there was, not just 1 but 5 courses, 5 different courses. That's going to be my semester layout. So if I'm registering for courses in the fall, imagine if I had 5 courses right here, and I think I'm all set, so I'm ready to go. So I want to register. What I'm going to do is, if you look up top of those tabs, I'm going to go ahead and hit the Register tab because I'm all set here. So I'm going to hit Register, and then that sub tab right there is Registration, which is underlined. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. Once I click that, I'm going to be brought to the registration prompt. And as you can tell, I'm not eligible to register because I'm not a student here, but you guys are. So what's going to happen is you're not going to have that you're not eligible to register at this time, and you're also going to have, instead of a red book, you're going to have a green book. As you can see, I've selected the 2012 fall section, and it's underlined right there, and that's what you're going to be registering for. Or if you're registering next semester, it's going to be 2013 spring semester. So once you click that, you'll be prompted with a few screens, making sure your requirements are filled, you like all your classes, and then go ahead and hit the register button and you're all set. You're registered for courses. So the next button we're going to do is the course tab right next to register, and then something I suggest is hitting the schedule button. It's going to be the sub tab right there that I have underlined. And you're going to be brought to this, and you're going to hit student schedule. And once you hit student schedule, basically imagine if I just registered for 5 different courses. They're all going to pop up here on this grid. And this is something I suggest to all students, especially on your first day of courses. You're new to the whole school system here. You don't know where a lot of the classes are, and you want to be on time. So this is going to give you a grid layout of all your courses, what time they are, where they're located, everything like that. So I would definitely suggest doing that, printing it off, just because you don't want to be that person that walks into a class and you're not supposed to be there and everyone looks at you, and it's kind of that awkward moment. So you want to bypass that really, and go ahead and print off your schedule, just to get acclimated for the first week. You'll probably get used to it after that, but it's always nice to have your schedule right in your hand to make sure you know where you're going. So the next tab, we can go ahead and hit Finances. This is where you can pay online bills, anything like that. If you have a parking ticket, you can see your balance, your laser loot, and you can also see your financial aid. So in my case, I have a ton of loans on this page, but in your case, you can have scholarships, how much you're getting in financial aid. If you have loans, you can find your loans here. Any kind of information doing finances while you're here at Lasell, you can find it right on this page. So go ahead and click on the next tab, which is My Advisor. You're all going to be assigned an advisor, and this is someone that basically just looks out, make sure you're doing well in your courses, and you'll also have contact information so you can kind of keep in touch with them, and you're just required to make sure you're doing well in school, which is that's basically why everyone's here. So go ahead and click on the next tab there, which is the grades tab. And this is going to show you anything from your, you can find a transcript, you can request the transcript, and you can also see your grade report. So if you want to go ahead and click the sub-tab grade report right there, this is going to bring you to a grade report screen. You can select all the periods you participated here at Lasell, so you can see I have 4 right here. There's a few missing, but I think they only show 4 that you can select. And as you can see, if I wanted to select 2000 spring one, I could. But this is where you're going to find your grades and everything like that. So that's self-service, pretty simple. The registration part is a little bit difficult your first time, but it's pretty much like riding a bike. You can kind of get used to it after the first time. So that's self-service, and we'll move forward here. Go ahead and close out of that. And we're going to bring back to the My Lasell page, and basically My Lasell, it shows you everything, as I said. We went over those 3 things right there, and it also has things like My Alerts, so you can find course offerings, and general education area inquiry things, also student announcements and events, as you can see at the bottom of this page. That's stuff, just basically like a bulletin board to keep you up to date with anything that's kind of happening around campus. You can find it right here. So once you go ahead and scroll down, as you can see at the bottom here, at the bottom right, you're going to have a quick link section, and this section is just going to have a one-stop shop kind of section where you can go and click on this something and it'll bring you right to a page. So the first one we're going to do is going to be the change password one. And once I hit that button, it's going to bring me to this page right here. And this is the Lasell College Self-Service Reset Password Management section. I know it's quite a mouthful there, but it's pretty simple. If you want to reset your password at any time, which you're required to do every 6 months, just a security protocol, make sure you change your password once in a while, just because you don't want to have the same password for all 4 years you're here. And you also can unlock your account. So if you mistype your password or something like that, your account gets locked, you can always come here rather than coming down to IT. You can unlock your account. And what you'll do for your password and unlocking your account, you're just going to be asked a few security questions, things about your social security number and everything like that. And then you can go ahead and change your password. Alright, so go ahead and close out of that, and we'll go to the next one. And the next one's going to be the wireless web print, which is right under the password one, as you can see right there. Go ahead and click on that. And it's going to bring you to a login screen. I've typed in JTestStudent, which is a test student, but you're going to use your login. Mine would be JClippert, and then I would type in a password. But once you do that, you go ahead and hit login. This is going to bring you to a Print Limit Pro kind of setup here. You can see your username, your balance for your printing money, which everyone has. You'll have $30 per semester, and then you can see how many jobs you printed and all the total pages. You can also see the balance history and everything like that. So it's kind of cool, just kind of an update to keep your give you an idea of what's going on with your money situation for printing. But if you were running late, 5 minutes late to class, and you wanted to you have to get to class really quick, but you still got to print off that 12-page paper, well, we can kind of help you out with that. Most people would probably think, oh, I have to come to I have to go sit next to a printer and print it off from a computer. Well, you actually don't here at Lasell. What you can do here at Lasell is you can print something, any kind of document, from your room. What we do is we kind of keep it specific to Microsoft Office, just because the service is pretty important. We don't want people getting jammed with pictures and things like that. So if you want to print off that 12-page paper from your room and make sure you get your class on time, you can print it from your room, from your own computer, rather than coming to the library or any kind of printer. So what we're going to do is you can go ahead down and see that web print right on the side tab there. It's highlighted and underlined, so you go ahead and click that. And what you're going to do, this is a wireless web print. Like I said, just make sure you're connected to the internet from your computer. You can print anywhere, any printer on campus. And what you're going to do is go ahead and hit submit the job button right there. So once you click that, it's going to give you a prompt for all the printers here at Lasell. So say I have a class in the library on the first floor. As you can see, there's a bunch of printers, library, McClellan Gym, Winslow, Wolf, the help desk. So there's a bunch of options here. So once you go ahead and I'm going to go say I'm going to the first floor library class, so I'm going to print it to that one. I'm going to go ahead and click that, and what's going to happen is going to give me a prompt to how many copies I want. I just want one for the class. I'm going to hit upload document. Once I hit upload document, I'm going to go ahead at the top here, I'm going to hit choose file or browse, whatever kind of internet you're using. And once you click that, it's going to bring you to a window. It's going to pop up. You're going to select a document. As you can see, I've selected my cover letter. So I'm going to go ahead and hit that, hit open. And as you can see, it's uploaded to that. And I'm going to hit upload and complete. And then it's going to be printed right to there. And if there's anything I would suggest is printing it, 5 to 10 minutes before class. not 5 to 10 hours, just because if you leave it there, it could get recycled, or if someone doesn't like you, they'll throw it away. So make sure you send it there, and you're going to print it, and you're going to go pick it up pretty quick. Just a suggestion there. So go ahead and close out of that, and then we're going to do the last one here, which is going to be the quick links emergency and weather info. So go ahead and click on that, and you're going to come to this page, and as you can see, it's it's in purple right up there at the top. It's going to hit the subscribe button. And what this is a text and alert system done by the school. If there's a weather cancellation or an emergency on campus, you can get updated straight to your phone. It's completely free. Go ahead and create a username if you haven't already. Use your real first and last name and then a password. For your username and password, I would suggest using the one we've been using all day through this presentation. So just keep it simple. For optional groups, you can go ahead and click off the Campus PD test. You can also click off the student activities. The difference is Campus PD test, so if there's an emergency on campus, someone's crazy running around, you'll get a text update, to stay inside and be safe. Also, student activities sends out a few blasts about any kind of activities they're putting on or anything like that. So if you want to get involved with them, go ahead, by all means, check that box off. Also, right below that, you can go ahead and type in your number and select a carrier. I would double check this just to make sure you don't send this text to someone else because we have to validate this. So go ahead and hit agree to terms and services, create an account, and then you're going to have a text sent right to your phone. So go ahead and send that message right back into a prompt after this, and you should be all set and signed up. So that is Lasell basically in a nutshell. I hope you enjoyed that, and we just got a couple more slides to go through here. As I said, Lasell is basically a home base for you while you're here at Lasell. It's a great resource. It's not the prettiest looking thing, but it's a very nice place to kind of find any kind of information, access anything on campus. So the services we provide here at IT, 100% wireless wired internet access. Great for if you have a mobile phone or a tablet or anything like that, you can access the internet as well as a gaming system. The one thing we do restrict is when you go on the internet, we just make sure you go through the Cisco NAT client, which I'll get into in a second. We have 7 computer labs on campus. We kind of touched upon the printing money. We have $30 allocated for your printing. I would say that I've never gotten past $30 in my time here at Lasell. Even my last semester when I had a bunch of papers, research papers for my senior year, I still didn't bypass it. So it's a lot of money, and the printing goes $10, 10 cents, not $10. That'd be a little bit ridiculous. 10 cents per page, and 15 for color. And the printers are set up for back to front printing, which saves you. You can get 2 pages on one for the price of one, which is great. For the residence halls, we do offer Comcast cable. It's quite a substantial amount of channels. Also, HD channels are provided. I also did create a document which you'll probably find in your room right now, which has all the channel listings right there. Because being from out of state, from Maine, I was pretty angry trying to find ESPN for 20 minutes because I didn't know where it was. But when you come here, you'll have a channel list and you'll know where it is. It also has how to contact us in case you need someone to come in and fix it. So it's a great resource. Go ahead and look for that in your room if you don't have it already. We also offer a landline for your room. I've only seen one on campus before, and to be honest, I haven't seen a home phone in a long time. I just use my cell phone, and I'm pretty sure that's probably the case for most of you. But if you do want a landline, we offer the service. So come down to IT, and we can kind of hook you up with that. So going to the Cisco NAT client. So as you can see, if you were to bring your laptop onto campus without downloading the Cisco NAT client, this prompt would come up. Basically, this Cisco NAT client makes sure your computer and your operating system's up to date, and you have an antivirus or malware just to make sure your computer's safe. So what would happen is this kind of checks it, and once you log in there, you're going to go ahead and get prompted with the Launch Cisco NAT Windows agent, and this is the agent that you're going to have to log into every time before you go into the internet. And this is what it's going to look like once it's downloaded. Like I said, it just checks to make sure your computer's up to date and you do have an antivirus because we want to keep everyone safe on the network. And go ahead and you type in your username and password. And then I would suggest hitting the Remember Me button. And then your server's obviously Lasell, and go ahead and log in. And this is just going to be prompted every time you turn your computer, and that's just going to be before you start logging into the internet and everything like that. It's just a security protocol to make sure everyone stays safe here on the internet. So like I said, we have 7 computer labs. We have 4 in Brennan Library, 1 in Winslow, and 1 in Wolf and Wass, which are the academic buildings here. We also have pretty substantial hours that cover quite a bit of time here. The Brennan Library hours mimic the Brennan Computer Lab hours, so whenever the library is open, the computer labs will be open as well. As you can see, Monday through Thursday, they're open till midnight, and also on Sunday, they're open till midnight. Friday and Saturday, they're only open till 5 p.m., but if you're a procrastinator during the week, they're open till midnight, which is a great service. And like I said, you can also access the labs. So if you guys are in the market for purchasing a computer right now, we do offer a few discounts. Some of you already have a piece of paper that offers discounts through Lenovo, Dell, and Apple. That's for buying a computer. Something I would suggest is buying a PC or Mac, whatever you're comfortable with, really. Try not to make the switch over just because, most people aren't the most tech savvy, and the change can be kind of disruptive, and that's the last thing you want to worry about while you're here, your first time here at college. You really just want to pick something that's really, really nice. The price points are a bit different. Mac's a little bit more expensive than PC, but I prefer a PC. If you guys want to hear my opinion, I was a business major. I was just acclimated with the system, just found it easier to use. So something that just to kind of give you an idea of what I used, I would suggest doing whatever you're comfortable with. Something I would suggest also is to purchase the extended warranty if you can. I've seen a lot of bad stuff happen to laptops. It's pretty tough to see a broken laptop, especially when it's someone's not their fault and they don't know what happened. So they kind of have to fork over, $750 for a new laptop, or even more. It's only probably $100, $200 extra, at the time. But you will have this laptop for 4, maybe more years. And at college, anything can really happen. But for the most part, it's pretty safe. Just make sure, if you want that, it'll save you some money in the long run. You can also purchase a Kensington lock for your laptop. It's literally like a bike lock that latches on. So if you were to walk away in the library for a couple hours, which doesn't happen quite often, but if you were, you could kind of lock it down. And, it's just another security protocol there. Also, we just suggest to bring your backup disk here to Lasell. So if you buy a Vista, a Windows 7, if you buy Microsoft Office, bring those disks with you just in case your computer does go out. It goes bad. I've seen that happen. Bring your disks. We can fix it. We can just shove the disks in there and download all the stuff, so you don't have to go back to square one and buy them all over again. We do offer some software discounts for those softwares that I just spoke about. I wouldn't go buy the elaborate Adobes. We have 2 labs down here in the library that offer those suites. But I would suggest getting Microsoft Office because every class on campus does use that. It's definitely a good resource to have, just because everyone does have to write a paper or anything like that. So that is purchasing computers and software. So the next step is kind of a mobile. We'll go over this. It talks about email, and what we're going to do is you can hook up your phone to your email here at the school, whether you have an Android, an iPhone, or a BlackBerry. Like I said, it's an exchange program. And then you can see the 2 server names that you can try to type in, and we also have an app. Like I said, I'm kind of talking about Moodle. So if you're all into Moodle and you use it quite a bit, I definitely suggest downloading the app. It's a great app. I haven't had a chance to type it out yet, but I heard it's great, and it's always a great resource in case if you always want to be on Moodle. So a little bit more continued on Moodle. The mobile stuff, sorry. I'm actually creating an app literally right now after this presentation. I'm going to keep going back into work on it. It's going to be a Lasell app, basically taking that first page we had and we looked at from Lasell and condensing it down to some important things that I think students should have. And that's kind of cool. I hope you guys enjoy it. Just going off my experiences, my previous 4 years, just making life easier for a student in my eyes. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Hopefully it'll be here in the fall for you. And then there's also an MBTA app, and this is for anyone unfamiliar with the area. It's the bus and train system here in Boston, and it provides you with a schedule of times and things like that, which is great, especially if you want to go into Boston and catch a Sox or Bruins game, or you want to go visit a friend in and around the area. You can kind of get the schedule for the buses and trains and get there on time. So it's always nice to have that as well. So the technology help desk in a nutshell, what we can help you with is computer network connectivity. So if you have problems with the NAT client, cable TV, and general technology questions, whether it be phone, cable, your computer, I would bring any technology question you do have to the help desk, because more likely than not we'll be able to help you. Something we can't do that people think we might be able to is, personal computer repair. So, if your computer's broken, your screen's broken, your hard drive's dead, we can diagnose the problem and kind of tell you what's wrong, and we can kind of send you in the right direction. So we can contact your manufacturer or place a purchase. We can help you out with that, send you in the right direction, rather than you going out on your own and getting screwed for $400 from some random person. Bring it to us. We're more than happy to help you. It's definitely an easy way to do it. So I would definitely recommend just bringing anything you got to us, and more than likely that we'll be able to help you. So the last slide here is going to be the contact us stuff. It's pretty easy. We're located down at the lower level of the Brennan Library, right across from the vending machines. We have a little sign that sticks out of the wall. It says Information Technology Help Desk. Go ahead and walk in. We're here all the time pretty much. Our hours are great, during the week. It's so pretty easy to get a hold of us. We have a Facebook page. Go ahead and search Lasell Information Technology, and that's going to be us right there. And we also have a phone and an email. We also have a little button on Facebook. If you click on it, you can get help through Facebook, which is, everyone's on Facebook, so it's an easier way to do it. Or you can just give us a call or shoot us an email. So I hope you guys enjoyed the presentation, and bring all your questions to the help desk, and we'll be sure to help you. All right? Thank you.